Texans football to start quarter two. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Play action. Here's Stroud. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Okay, ready?
First down, Texans.
Hey, reload.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Alert! Check, Panther.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
For a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
That's another Baltimore first down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now out comes Houston. Their drive last time, it's take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, it's Stroud. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover. Get some points here before halftime. After the interception, here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor. worked well for a solid gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On target to his man, Likely. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson.
7-yard line.
Open man, that's Henry. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in the AFC North, up in the land, the Battle of Ohio. Cincinnati taking on Cleveland. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
On the return, Deontay Hardy. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
At the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Charlie Kohler from 6 yards away. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.